Hi, this is Ryan Fletke presenting case study parental apathy. What we know about this case is that Mrs. Rose is she's new to the school and she knows that there is very little contact or involvement from the community. We also know that the principal that's there um, thinks that things are fine and that they should be left alone. So this means that she's getting very little support from him. We also know that an invitation has been sent home with the students about the meeting, with the students about a meeting to discuss a parent involvement, and that not very many parents had shown up to that meeting. What we need to know is what is keeping the parents from not getting involved? Is there something in the school? Is there some things going on at home or whatnot? We need to also know, is this the first effort that's been made, or has other efforts been made to contact the parents about the meeting or other meetings? And, would they have a better turnout at the meeting if they gave parents more of a notice? They had sent the note home on Friday, and the meeting was that following Monday, so that only gave parents 2 days to plan for the meeting. So our problem is that there's something that is keeping the parents from getting involved in the school. As administration, you're going to have to figure out why and what is keeping them out of school, and it is important to identify the problem in order to solve the problem. So we have to talk to some parents. You might have to go out and talk to some parents, say why aren't you getting involved in our schools? You got to figure out what is going on at home in order to solve the problem and why they're not showing up to meetings and school events. So my plan of action, well, step one has already been taken care of because she has identified the problem, and I think that's the first step to solving any problem is to identify the problem, and she's already started to reach out to the parents. If this is her first efforts, to try to hold a meeting. Step two would be to reach out again to parents, but this time send home a notice, probably a week in advance to give parents more time to plan for the meeting. Also, another step would be to make personal contact with the parents about the meeting to let them know and the need for parent involvement in schools. Step forward possibly to make sure the parents know that involvement is beneficial for them and that it is also beneficial for their child also. Some of the strategies that I came up with to implement my plan, strategy one, was to make phone calls home notifying parents of the meeting. I think this makes it more of a personal invitation instead of them just receiving notice in the mail or notice home. This actually gives them a voice. Strategy two, having a reward for coming to the meeting. I just have an example here of a free meal, or you could let them know that they are going to get, some sort of drinks or snacks or whatnot, just something for them to entice them to try to come to the meeting. Strategy three, notify the staff of the meeting and encourage their involvement at the meeting. It's important to have all staff and administration on the same page and on board with you when you're trying to implement something like this. Strategy four, you got to show the parents the benefits of their involvement, and you have to show it to the principal also. And you got to try to encourage the principal for him to encourage parent involvement also. Since he is the leader of the school, he needs to be in charge of trying to get parents more involved. Resolving the issue. First step in resolving the issue is to show the parents how their involvement will be beneficial to their child. How will that benefit their child's education? Letting them know that they will have Step 2 in resolving the issue is to entice the parents to come to the next meeting. That goes back to possibly serving a free meal, possibly at your first meeting or whatnot. Step 3 in resolving the issues is to show staff and administration how beneficial parent involvement can be, what they can do for the staff, how can they set up events to get the parents more involved and other parents like that, and how can they help in the classroom, how can they help in the school, with special events and cleaning up after events and planning for events and stuff like that. Sorry about that. My computer is just running out of battery. So we are on the resolution. Mrs. Rose clearly knows that there is a problem with the parent involvement. The principal knows that getting parents involved is tough. He has had bad experiences in the past with parent involvement, so he's not quite on board yet. So the only way for her to solve the problem is to show the administration, staff, parents, the benefits of parent involvement in the school. She can do that by giving the parents more say in what goes on at the school, letting them plan events that'll help, plan events for the students or plan events for families to help try to get other parents involved in the school also. My reflection, what I was thinking is what's going on? Why is there no parent involvement in the school? Why doesn't the school have a PTO or a PTA already in place? What's happened in the past with that? What would be some things that I would plan in order to create parent involvement? If I came across this problem as an administrator, what could I do myself to plan for this? Values. I personally value our PTO at my current school, and I know how much they do for our school and how much planning they do and how involved they are. It goes to I value the parent involvement in our school, and I value that the students like when their parents are involved. I think it shows them that their parents do care more than just when they see them at home. What I was feeling is the school needs parent involvement. What are the parents feeling about the school? Is there something that's keeping them from coming into school? How do they feel about school? Why does the current principal not want the parent involvement? I know he's had bad luck in the past with trying to get parents involved, but if someone else is trying to take care of this, why doesn't he want to be involved in this? Some of the issues that are still unresolved. Why did not very many parents show up to that first meeting? Was it because of the lack of notice, or what was going on with that? How is she going to prove to the principal that parent involvement is important? She really hasn't proved that. She's kind of just brought up the topic of the lack of parent involvement. And did they try to set up another meeting with the parents? And if so, how many parents showed up to that meeting? Component 1. I try to make phone calls home to personalize the meeting. I try to give a reward to the parents for showing up, like a free meal or some sort of reward for showing up. And I reached out to the parents ahead of time before the meeting to give them time to plan on attending the meeting. Component 2, by giving parents more time to plan in case they needed to hire a babysitter or take some time off work in order to attend the meeting. This helps meet their needs along with helping meet our needs. Another thing, possibly giving them a free meal, maybe interesting the parents, and might help them meet their needs also. And then to notify the parents of the benefits for them and their child when getting involved in their child's education. Component 3 of this, Promoting the success of the school by trying to solve the parent involvement problem. Trying to get down to what's the problem, why aren't they coming to school, whatnot. Solving the problem by notifying the parent, notifying staff, administration, and parents the benefits of parent involvement. I think that's important to have everyone on the same page and wanting the same things, and also promoting the success of students by informing parents the benefits of being involved in their child's education. A lot of times they might not know the benefits of being involved, and this would just help them get involved and understand more about the school and where the school is going.